Hey there, this is Emma Kong. Picture this. About 3,000 years ago, in southwest China, a group of ancient craftsmen cast giant bronze masks. They had high, hooked noses, bulging almond-shaped eyes. Some even shone with golden faces and wide, long ears. When archaeologists first dug them up, they were stunned. These masks looked nothing like the Euro-Chinese bronze vessels from the same era. Instead, they looked more like alien faces straight out of a science fiction movie. So who made them 3,000 years ago in this ancient land? What kind of gods or perhaps beings were they worshipping? Or could this be a sign of contact with the visitors from the stars? Today, let's uncover the mystery of the Sanxingdui masks. The Sanxingdui site sits in Guanghan City, Sichuan Province, in a small place called Sanxingdui Town. Its discovery, totally by accident. One summer in 1929, a farmer from Yueliangwan village was digging a water ditch. Suddenly, his shovel hit something hard on the ground. A rectangular pit, walled with slabs of stones. Inside, the pit was packed with jade artifacts. Startled, the farmer quickly stopped digging and covered the opening with straw. That night, under the cover of darkness, he and his family secretly moved out over 400 jade pieces. They hid them in every corner of the house and swore to keep the whole thing a secret. But the secret didn't last long. Tempted by the lure of quick money, the farmer sold some of the jade in a big city antique shop for what today would seem like a ridiculously low price. The savvy antique dealer was stunned by their beauty. Curious about where they came from, he even hired a private investigator to trace their origin. Before long, the quiet little village of Yueliangwan, once completely unknown, became famous overnight for the pit of buried jades. Over the next few decades, archaeologists began digging near the village again. They eventually uncovered two massive sacrificial pits. Inside were piles of ivory, towering bronze sacred trees, golden scepters, and jade artifacts. But the most breathtaking discoveries were the strange bronze masks. Each mask looked completely different. Some had tube-like eyes, jutting straight forward. One was so wide, it stretched over a meter across, its eye corners sharply tilted upward. Another was covered in gold foil, its surface shimmering with an almost mystical glow. What's really hard to believe is the artifacts unearthed at Sanxingdui look nothing like anything found in the rest of ancient China. Archaeologists had to admit, this culture seemed to have no connection at all to the bronze traditions of the ancient Chinese heartland. But if these masks weren't used by the rulers and priests of ancient China's heartland, then where on earth did the Sanxingdui civilization come from? And why, back in the Bronze Age, did such a futuristic art style appear here, in the mountains of southwest China? Yet, what truly got everyone talking was the way these masks looked. The Sanxingdui masks are most controversial for their weird facial features. Huge eyes, long ears, and thin, sharp faces. They clearly don't match the faces of any ancient people we know of. At the dig site, a popular rumor soon spread. Could it be that the Sanxingdui people once saw aliens and cast these masks to copy their appearance? The idea seemed pretty believable, and it quickly went viral online, sparking tons of debate. Some claimed those tube-like eyes were meant to mimic the goggles on an astronaut's helmet. Others joked that the long ears were actually antennas to receive signals from space. Some even went further, suggesting the Sanxingdui civilization itself might not have been born on Earth at all, but was a relic of alien colonists. And believe it or not, the alien colony theory isn't completely out of thin air. In ancient Chinese records, there were stories about a kingdom in the southwest called Shu. It said the very first king of Shu was named Cancong. His son, Bo Guan, became the second king, and his grandson, Yu Fu, ruled as the third. Here's the strange part. All three kings were said to have bodies covered in gold, and each had a third eye right in the middle of the forehead. Legend also claims that all three of them lived for hundreds of years before they finally died. But the mysteries of Sanxingdui don't stop there. First, in Sichuan province, archaeologists have found tens of thousands of graves from the same era. Yet, in all those tombs, they only found stone tools and jade objects, not a single piece of bronze. Sanxingdui, on the other hand, produced over 15,000 bronze artifacts. And here's the wild part. Every single bronze piece is one of a kind. There are no duplicates at all. What's even stranger is that despite so many bronze objects, no one has ever found the molds, tools, or workshops that were used to make them. Tests also show these bronzes have an unusual amount of lead, but there's no copper ore with that special lead mix anywhere in Sichuan. The nearest source is over 2,000 kilometers away. It's as if the Sanxingdui people, like their long-lived golden kings, appeared out of nowhere and then vanished just as suddenly. They had metal casting skills far ahead of their time, built bronze sacred trees and masks to worship their gods. But after the ceremonies, they smashed and burned their beautiful bronzes, then buried them deep in the pits. By around 1200 BC, the entire Shu kingdom simply disappeared, and no one knows where they went. The Sanxingdui bronze masks remind us that human civilization may be far more diverse than we ever imagined. The unknown and mysterious always spark our curiosity. We dream of meeting visitors from the stars, but deep down, we're also drawn to the untold stories of our own past. Perhaps what truly fascinates us isn't the idea of aliens at all, but the mythic visions these Shu craftsmen cast in bronze 3,000 years ago. To them, those masks were the faces of their gods. As archaeology goes on, we can't wait to see more bronzes unearthed, and even more new secrets coming to light. So what do you think these masks really mean? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories. If you enjoy stories like this, please like, subscribe. It will really help us share more amazing stories from Asia's past. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next story.